little flaps on it, and now I look like all that stuff on it. If it goes up there, it means... Oh, there you go. Oh, I've just been chucked that very book where I can't reach. That's pretty good then, does. Oh, didn't see it there. It's Thomas Henry, that's me, that is. And I've got a gold lamp. And talking of gold, I think Martin Kemp's up there behind me. That was Spandar. Anyway, I've got this lamp because I'm trying to make a studio background for the Thomas Edward channel. What's going to include this bookshelf behind me with my showbiz books on, and I'm going to have this lamp above it. But I'm going to use an outside hook. What, you know, you get your flowers on that with your pansies hanging off that outside. You know, I was going to buy one of these, a fancy one with like a design on it, with like a bird or something on it, but it was like 12 quid on eBay. But I got this from a local charity shop for £2.49, so that was a TE bargain of the week, that was. So that's going to go up there, and that's going to hang on it like that. And I've got to get a longer lead, so it will reach my plug over there off camera. And so I can get this clipper here, so I can sit in bed and clip it on, as well as using it as a studio. So it's a bit of, I got a few features with it, what I want to do. You know, I can read in bed with this, and then I can talk to you guys like I'm doing now with this lit up in the background and this nice display. And then the wallpaper, we could put some fake bricks or some like book effect on it, or something with trains on it. I don't know. We'll work that out, but. It's nice and comfy. I used to sit on that seat behind here. It's like one of those ones where the directors sit on the movies. So I used to sit on that, but it was never any good. I thought we'd make something better with a bit of showbiz gold and showbiz books, and everything's very showbiz with yours truly, Thomas Edward. But it's not all about today's video. Today's video is I'm gonna put this somewhere safe. I don't. Today's video is all about an update with yours truly. I've been doing a lot of things since the last update. The last update I talked about getting snap-on ratchets and sockets, and a drone. I talked about my drone, and then the one before that I was talking about books. There might be some books in today's video. And one of the biggest updates I can tell you straight away is 2 days ago, the other Lost Lines of Fleetwood was released on my YouTube, and it's Wednesday now. It went live on Monday, and it's done 1,000 views and about 75 comments. Quite a lot. It's done really, really well. But there's a bit of a mystery to it still, with the fact that I went and walked these lines of Fleetwood and didn't quite know where the ending was. I sort of played it cool because I didn't know where the ending was of the 15-inch gauge line. And we've put it on Fleetwood Facebook groups, history groups, and you guys on YouTube. Some people said it finished in a different place than what other people said. It's like a 50-50 sort of answer where it actually ended. So I'm going to do a voiceover now. Right, I've got Google Maps here. Now follow my cursor. So here, where that central car park, that's where the shed is for the 15-inch, where the Rio Grande, the 7-lamb engine ran. Now, I originally that day walked up here, walked across the crossing there, did my measurements, as you do, and walked up to about there. I didn't really know where it went. The second day I went back to talk about the 10.25-inch over here, I did have a wander up here to this car park, but there was no evidence of where the line actually went. Now, there's a 50-50 view here. Some people say that the line only went to this other car park here, and then I'm getting like a handful of people saying, no, it went round the back of the lake here, I don't know if it went round the back of the model yacht pond there. I have no idea the original route of it. And it got near to the Fleetwood Sea Cadets. Now, I don't know if this is another thing I don't know, if the Fleetwood Sea Cadets, did they have something on here originally before they were there? Or have they always been there and they just said, well, it roughly went up here. And people said they used to go to Baths and get a lift back on train. So there is a photo, but I don't know if I'm allowed to use it because it's someone else's photo, what they've sort of kindly put on a Facebook group showing their granddad ran the engine, and it's round the back of this lake. You can see the curve. Now, so I think TE here has to go back and walk all the way around there, try and recreate that photo, and see if we can find anything in the undergrowth. So that's the plan. But you let us know below, where did it actually run to? Did it run to just this second car park, or did it run past the lake and up here somewhere? There you have it, that's a Thomas Edward or a TE theory of where the line finished. But actually, it's I think what you guys actually told me where it's finished. So some people thought it finished in that car park, and others thought it finished up near the Sea Cadets base. So well, let's see what sort of responses we'll get back. And I think I need to go back and go and dig in the bushes like I did last time and find the rest of the 15-inch line. And there's also a few other Fleetwood videos I want to do at the same time. So stay tuned for that. Now it brings me nicely on to you truly in that lens there looking at me now. You guys have been in the last... since May this year, 2021, I keep getting recognised everywhere. And about the first Thomas Edward update I did, all those months ago, I talked about first getting recognised in Morecambe, and then I got recognised by a lady taxi driver the same day. But since then, I've been spotted and recognised over 35 times. So there's a showbiz is happening on the TE channel, so it's all happening here. So and the recent spots, I've been doing a lot of trips on the train with cheap Northern Rail tickets. What you get out the paper. I won't tell you too much on that because it's everyone will be buying them before I know it. I won't be able to get any papers. So anyway, that's some cheap tickets. And I got on the train the other day, and the train that came in, it was a class 195 came in. The new trains up Northern run now, rather than class 156s and 158s. They've got these fancy trains, and it came into the station. It sounded its horn, and we all looked the other way to see if someone had been at track or jumped into track, because that's what he'd normally do. The track gets one clear out the way, but. He sounded his own, because when I got on the train, guard came down and said, "Oh, driver loves your videos." So he as he put it in his words, he tooted at TE. So that was good. And he's actually become a Patreon supporter since then. So that's even better. I think that's fabulous. People out there are putting their hand in the pocket and giving a bit towards the TE channel and what I do and all my trips and everything else. What's fantastic, and I love talking to all of you, and I love the support, so thank you very much. And little he knows that I was telling him on a message, I said, little as you're coming past, because the line's not too far from where I edit my videos, I said, little T's editing his videos, watching you drive past. And he said, well, if I knew where you lived, I'd be giving you a toot every day. I tell you what, neighbours wouldn't know what to do. Be like, "Hey, what's going on here?" There's something every time a train comes past here, not all of them, but you come past, it toots. And I don't know what I'd tell them really. I'd say, I don't know, no idea, it's nothing to do with me, but it's showbiz. And I was recognised on Carnforth Station the other day as well. It's all happening on the TE channel. I'm only up to, nearly 1,200 subs, but we're doing well. So if you see me out and about in my high-vis and my flat cat, say hello or give us a wave, and I'll come and have a chat with you. So there's a mission for you if you see us about. And it doesn't matter if you're Cumbrian or Lancashire, because I've been recognised in Audland, what's South Crewe. That's a long way down from up here, so I'm getting... everyone watches TE from everywhere in the country, so yeah, have a look, keep your eyes peeled for me, because I get everywhere on these train trips, and in the old MGZR, I get everywhere, doing videos, and I've done a few videos down you'll be surprised soon what are actually quite away from here, what are coming soon. This is my book collection, if you don't know. If you're a new subscriber to the Thomas Edge channel, you might not know this. Some of you will know this because I've touched on this before. I like reading autobiographies, but no, I'm not about anyone. Yeah, I do about anyone, but mostly I read about people who are in entertainment or showbiz, as I call it, or anything like that. And since, not those four, but since 2021, I've read, there's a few missing here, there's about 4 books missing here, but I've read Len Goodman, Max Bygraves, Elton John, Engelbert Humperdinck, David Dickinson, Eric Clapton, Norman Wisdom, Michael Caine, not a lot of people know that, Roy Castle, oh, we're falling over here, Eric Idle, I'm actually reading that one at the minute, the story of Shirley and Martin Kemp, that's a recent one. And Phil Collins, and then I've read a few out the library and a few what the family already had in the bookshelves downstairs, a lot of entertainment. But I'm falling over it, I shouldn't have done that. Oh dear. There we go. So yeah, that's the one I'm reading at the moment, Shirley and Martin Kemp. You know, Martin's out with Spandau and Shirley's was as we call it in the music industry, a BV or a backing vocals for Wham, but she started off as a dancer for Wham, and then she did Pepsi and Shirley, what were on. There's a book over there, I can't show it you because it's off camera. It's The Hit Factory, Stock Aitken and Waterman. Oh, I've just been chucked that very book that I can't reach. There you go, the Hit Factory, Stock Aitken and Waterman story, or PWL, Pete Waterman Limited. There's Pete Waterman. You know, there's Mike. I think that's Matt there. So there you go, they're the guys that wrote it, and Pete Waterman was the money man and the... Oh, my bookmarks are falling over. He was the money man and sort of made it all happen, had the contacts in the business. So yeah, I read that this year. That's one of the books you couldn't see on my bookshelf. And that isn't on my bookshelf because I don't own it. So I think the cameraman owns that one. That needs to go down in another bookshelf somewhere, that does. So yeah, that's so I knew about Shirley already from reading this book and reading that book last year, Andrew Ridgeley, who was the guitarist at Wham. So I knew already, but I don't know much about Martin, because apart from listening to Gold, what Spandau did, and I like the congas in it, I don't know a lot about him. So it's an interesting read. I'm only 4 days in, and I'm halfway through it. I've only got another 100 or so pages to read. And that tells me when I do like a book, I can read them really quick, even though I like reading all these books, and they've been all a pleasure to read. Some books I can rattle through and get them read quite quick because they're just dead engaging. And one day they might have the Thomas Edward book up there, what I didn't see here on the front. It'll be all about my life from being a wee TE to a big TE, in talking to a camera as we're doing now. So that could be up there, but by then I might have about a big bookshelf full of books. You know, I won't know where to begin. But this is my little collection at the moment. Now, this isn't all the books I've read. I've read a lot more, and they're all over the place. Some are in storage, and some are in other places of the house. And down here, I've got a cutaway as this, so you don't need to show the cameraman. I've got books down here of all the books I've got to read, and I've got about 12 books there. It's going to take me into next year. So I've got a lot in the room. Down the bottom, I've got Alan Sugar, what's about that fat. It's a big book, that is. So yeah, that's pretty good. And unreal, this is not for camera show, but that's when I'm in bed and I got that on and I can read underneath of it. You might be wondering, what is this? This glow up, you know, bulb, or you know, an orb. It is an Olight bulb. You buy them for about 15-20 quid. But if you get them on sale, they're a bit cheaper. And you can actually do different ones now, what glow green and all sorts of colours, blue. But that one just does white and red. Oh, there you go. That's a bright one, and then if you hold it down again, it will go to red. As red, and then it will, on the next setting, it will do a flashy red. And then you have a flashing setting on there, what's good for many things, and I think the main thing was living up here. If it goes up there, it means one of the reactors on the Hessian power plant across the bay is gone a can a bit wrong, and we're all we don't know what's going on. Anyway, that's what that's for. And what else have we got? Oh yeah, I forgot about this. I've got a new hat. Now, right, I've got my flat cap. I should show me over. I might have to get my cameraman. Hold on. Can you pass us that one over there? Oh, there you go. So I've got my flat cap. Well, you all know it's very Fred Dibney looking, but it wasn't what it wasn't. I didn't buy it to look like Fred Dibney. I bought it because it fitted my head, and I like a flat cap. So I have that in the summer. It's great, but when the cold weather comes, you tend to see me in this. And now this is very similar to Matthew Williams, who some of you might know out there, who's the presenter on Secret Vault on YouTube. Does a bit of urban exploring, and he's famous for wearing one of these with flaps on. But sometimes this, as you can hear, it muffles my voice, and I can't really hear much. And sometimes it's too warm, even though when it's cold, it's too warm. So I end up walking and taking it off because it gets too warm in my head. I know you can wrap it up and it looks like this. But it's still too warm. So I've been trying to find a middle hat, a hat between the warm trapper hat and a lightweight, cool flat cap. And Lord's Antiques in Ingleton answered that question the other day with this. Now it's a gentleman's German hat, and the people do all that stuff on the knees with it, you know, and those braces and green trousers, and they have feathers sticking out kind of hats. That's what it kind of is resenting. But I think it's a bit like, as a Patreon said, a Sherlock Holmes hat, or you know, it has a personality on its own. This hat, it does. And I thought about having this on and getting a trumpet and go. And go, oh, I didn't see that at the beginning of my video. It was a bit of a showbiz entertainment prop, but also it's an autumn hat or a spring hat, and also I've got a bit of ear protection if it's a bit windy. I got little flaps on it, and now I look like a American trucker called Bob, who drives a big Peterbilt, hauling lumber out the woods with a big husky dog next to me. You know, that's what it looks like there. And I could have a leather jacket on and a tab on. You know, that's what that looks like. And then I go back to like Sherlock Holmes. And I think that's about it really. Eventually I'm gonna put this lamp up there. So next time you see us, the lamp will be hanging up there above my head on this bracket. So that'll be up there. And I might have a few more things to show you what I've bought. And we might have a totally different studio, because there's words of a bigger Thomas Edwards studio on the horizon, but I'm not going to tell you about that because I don't know if it's going to happen yet. Where I can get a full theatre set out where T can sit in front of the fire with a couple of armchairs. But we'll work on that. For now, we're getting a showbiz lamp above my showbiz books on my showbiz bed. So that's what's going to happen with me showbiz hat. And I think that's about it. I'm just looking around the house room what I've bought since I talked to you last, and I can't see a lot really. So I think I'm going to end the video here. I hope you enjoyed the Thomas Edward content, and you know, a lot of you want to keep it coming, and you want it every week. But you've got to remember, some of the videos are actually quite big, and they can't come out every week. The big videos, they can only come out every other week or every 4 weeks. So I have to do short videos like this one now to fill it out, because I like a video every week. Keep the content going because people will keep watching, and it doesn't matter what it is because people watch me anyway because of me. As one guy said in my Lost Stock Haul video today, he was hooked on my personality. So people watch for the personality, not always the subject. So I keep me content out there, so yeah, it keeps the TE fix going. You know, I know a few of you like the TE fix each week. One of my Patreons says TE's part of his week every week. You know, he's never not thinking about, oh, when's the next TE? What's he doing? What's he on with? So it's all happening on the TE channel, or Thomas Edward channel, however you want to call it. a load of big videos stacked up, so I can put them out every week. But for now, we just keep doing what we're doing, and we're doing okay. The last 2 weeks we've done Fleetwood and Adlington. They've been big videos, and they've gone out. But for now, for the next couple of weeks, you might have to wait back a bit while a bigger video comes out. But it might happen sooner or later. It comes out. All depends on weather and when I'm in to edit. All it depends, because if it's nice weather, I'm out filming or doing something, I'm not in editing. The editing only happens when it's raining, or I've got to be in the mood to edit. And you've got to be in the right frame of mind to edit, because if you don't edit in the right frame of mind, the video's rubbish. And I don't like putting rubbish out. It's all quality content, and you learn with a laugh, and it's got to be made like that, otherwise there's no point making them. So there's a lot of hard work I put into them to make them top notch, even though some of them are probably not quite TV quality, even though a few of you said they are done to a standard I'm happy with. Some what are not done to a standard I don't bother, or I cut them down and re-edit them and start again. So there's quite a lot goes into them. So make sure you give us a subscribe. The subscribe helps us with the channel, and you'll be able to see when my videos come up. But if you really want to see when my videos come up, I'll tell you in a minute how to do that. Also give us a like on the video, because it gets those videos seen by other people. I've noticed my videos are getting suggested behind a few Martin Zero videos recently.
Back to another video. The Brew Boys here, and we've got our mate Liam with us. Hi guys. I'm going to tell you where we are now. So this week we're on the Manchester-Bury-Bolton Canal. Opened in 1808, 15 miles long and 17 locks to climb the height. It starts off down in...
So I'm getting on the back end of his subscribers. I don't know if he's happy about that or not, but TE's there behind him. I'm bringing up the rear with Martin Zero. So he's done his latest, was it Bury Canal or whatever he did. I haven't watched it yet, so I just saw it the other day. But I was looking at my suggestions on the Fleetwood video, and our second video, so when they watched him, they watched mine after. So it might be one day, it might get the other way around, where people watch Thomas Edward and then they watch Martin Zero. But he's a way ahead of me. He's top show busy. He's got thousands of subscribers. I've only got nearly 1,200. So we'll keep plodding on, keep the content going. So yeah, give us a like so you get to get other people to see videos, and give me a comment. I love your comments. Always give me comments, because I like talking, as you've probably gathered in this video. And remember to this is a big thing. If you click this very thing, for the rest of your life, or the rest of the time you're subscribed to the Thomas Edward channel, you'll be notified every day a new video comes out, or every week a new video comes out, and click that big bell. Ding! Didn't see it there, it's Thomas Edward, that's me that is, and I'm in Buxton in Derbyshire.